So, keeping in the community. So, tonight I want to talk about why I chose this topic. I wanted to learn more about national nonprofits and local nonprofit organizations because I was in both of them growing up, but I just didn't really know what it meant, like what each organization did and how involved they were in their community. I also wanted to show how local nonprofit organizations are more involved in their communities and have a personal relationship more than national nonprofit organization. And here's a quote that I liked. There is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about, by Margaret Mead. So my story. I've been involved in the church community my whole life with my parents growing up, and I was around my freshman year when I decided to take action by myself and go out of my way to help in my community. And I've also taken part with helping with my hockey team growing up. We served at soup kitchens. And so I've always had a way in helping others. I'm very grateful because it has taught me many life lessons and have built many new relationships with people. So here are the organizations we're going to be talking about tonight. This is the mission statement for Salvation Army. The Salvation Army, an international movement, is an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church. Its message is based on the Bible. Its ministry is motivated by the love of God. Its mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet the needs in His name without discrimination. So here are some facts about Salvation Army. Services they provide, here are some of them, but it depends on where you live. And so in our community, they operate with food pantries, basic needs, and homeless prevention. United's mission statement. We all have a stake in each other's success. We all benefit when a child succeeds in school, when someone finds a job that sustains a family, or when more people get quality, affordable health care. So United Way believes that much of what they influence in a young person's education happens outside of school. So they've helped people in Korea who had low income become healthier with more access to health care. They've helped children in Australia with providing books so that they can stay on track in school. And then they've also helped people in Denver become self-sufficient. But the main things that they focus on are in education, income, and health. And they have a facility in Cadillac, the YMCA's mission statement. To put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirits, mind, and body for all. So the Y is an organization that is committed to strengthening communities by connecting all people to their potential purpose. Their focus is on empowering young people, improving health and well-being, and inspiring action in and across communities. So they have a lot of locations in a lot of different countries. They provide activities for youth, development, and healthy living. So in CAD, they have a facility, and they have swimming, a fitness, gym. They host teen events, summer camps. They have a community garden, a daycare, and also in the winter when the weather's pretty bad, they open up their facility to help people who don't have heat. So here are some pros and cons for national nonprofit organizations. So a pro is that they have more locations because they get bigger revenue, they have bigger websites, and they have a lot more people working. A con though is that they don't have a local presence as much, and most of them don't really build personal relationships with people because they're so busy in getting things done and helping a lot of people. So now we're going to be talking about local organizations. So here's Backpack for Kids mission statement. helping people grow and communities to flourish by aligning community resources and equipping churches for service. So Backpack for Kids helps provide food each week to children who have been identified by the school administrations as those who are in need of assistance. So in 2018 and 2019, they have provided 115 meals or backpacks for kids each week. They're not one big organization, so they're based on different communities and whether they want to have a backpack for kids. So there's some in Lake City, Cadillac, and McBain. What they have in those backpacks are 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, 2 suppers, and 4 snacks. So they put those in the kids' lockers at school to take home on the weekends so they can have food. New Hope Shelter's mission statement. New Hope Shelter exists to extend love and hope to the homeless in our greater Cadillac community through providing emergency temporary shelter. We stand in a crucial gap to provide emergency shelter and offer the true hope of our living God. We are providing a safe place to live where people can take steps to improve their circumstances and to move on to supporting themselves to live independently again. So New Hope Shelter, they help men, women, and their families with a safe place to improve their living situation so that they can live independently again. So they have 2 locations in Northern Michigan, and there's one in Cadillac area. So a person who stays there at least one night, they get a bed, they get clothes, they get 2 meals and a hot shower. And they help people in Cadillac. So here's Friends Ministries mission statement. Helping people grow and communities to flourish by aligning community resources and equipping churches for service. So first I want to talk about is their logo. Right here you can see that they have the words hope, encourage, share, transform, and love. I didn't really notice that when I first looked at it. I just thought those were words, but they actually do have definitions to each one when I found out looking at their website. So here they are. Hope, there is a place where you belong. Encourage participants to find new options and skills. Sharing, giving, and receiving God's resources together. And transform, embracing joy and find peace. And then love a way of life. So New Friends Ministry focuses on their focus is to have a community where everyone's basic needs are met, where with a roof over their heads and someone to talk to, or people to be able to go out of their way to help them, and where opportunity for growth is abundant and available. They help provide relief and offer development to the community, reaching out to those in need of empowering people in the name of Christ. So here are the pros and cons for local nonprofit organizations. And I really like that they get to know the workers on a more personal level. And I've been involved in Friends Ministry and a couple other ones, and I've built a lot of new relationships with people. So I got to experience that one-on-one. And then they don't have a lot of amount of resources, so that's a con. You know, they're not that big that they can get out and reach people farther. So what I've learned from being a part of the community is that the work that I've done makes a really big difference in my community. I get to appreciate the things I have a lot more with seeing other people and how they live and how I've helped them. And then I've also have learned a lot more new skills and life lessons, and so that is really cool. And that I get to give back to my community because they've helped me so much growing up. And that it doesn't matter how old you are. I've seen kids like younger than Ty come and work, and they've made a really big impact in helping the community. And you can make a difference because that is what God called us to do. So here are some verses that I feel like has fit for what God has called us to do. So Philippians 2 verses 4. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. And Proverbs 3 verses 27. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act. So this is Greta on the left. So she was 8, around 7 to 8, when she came up with the idea of raising water for those who don't have clean water. And so here's her mission statement. She actually came up with 20, they ended up making 20 liters, a nonprofit organization. So we make dirty water clean for the most vulnerable through long-lasting and innovative solutions. And here's her video.
Hang on just a second.
Twenty Liters started as a small group of people passionate about an idea, and it's turned into an organization that has reached over 100,000 people in less than 10 years. We want to keep that going, but we can't do it alone.
20 Liters has relied on a wide variety of partners, individuals, churches, schools, businesses, both in the U.S. and in Rwanda, to make our mission come to life, to make dirty water clean for the most vulnerable.
We utilize 3 technologies: household filters for vulnerable families, community filters that we put at schools and health clinics, and rainwater harvest systems that we build on local churches.
These 3 technologies, combined with health and hygiene training, give vulnerable families the tools, the skills, and the knowledge they need to sustain long-term solutions.
Not only are we implementing solutions for clean water, but we're also implementing empowerment for local people to take those solutions over and claim them for themselves and make them their own.
There's a really simple beauty in the fact that we can take a $20 bill and turn it into 10 years of clean water for a person. It improves health and even supports their economic opportunity because of access to clean water. I think that's something we can all be proud of, but our work isn't done. 20 Liters is looking for partners who want to look outside themselves and really make a difference in people's lives. We're headed off into the future, and we want you to come with us.
So if an 8-year-old can start a nonprofit organization, what's it going to take to move your can? So if you would like any more info about these organizations or would like to help, here are some flyers. And those are my sources.